Hey guys, it's Miss Coconut. So today I want to show you my table that I've set up for Samhain Dumb Supper ritual. Because we know this time of year, the seasons are changing, Halloween is fast approaching, and the veil is lifting between the two worlds. If you want to enhance your psychic or mediumship powers, you would set up a table such as this to honor the dead and to invite them in for a special message to you. Now we know typically during this period the leaves are falling, the grass is turning brown, it's getting cold, you want to go inside more, have heartier meals, and contemplate life. Now here's where the shadows begin to fall and you see things at the corners of your eyes. If you have a pendulum, this is a perfect time to work with that. So the premise of this supper is you set a place at your table as if the dead is an invited guest, because they are. And you're going to do this ritual to help elevate some spirits, help them pass on, or to invite them in as a seance for the parties that you have invited to your dumb supper. It is called the dumb supper because you are silent the entire time of the dinner and you are waiting for messages to come through. So at each place setting, you would have a pencil and a piece of paper, and each participant can actually write down on a piece of paper a question that they want the dead to answer, and you would slip that underneath the place setting for the dead. This place setting for the dead, you don't eat off of it. It is for your invited spirit or your ancestor, or maybe it's a spirit that you work with and you're comfortable with. Some other activities you can do during this time would be to go to the graveyards and clean the gravestones off, light candles, and just make it tidier. So you're going to use your best dishes and place settings. You can add in symbols of the dead if you like. I have some dried leaves here. I have some dried pepper and cinnamon sticks. Of course, you'd have live items as well. The pumpkin, the rosemary, the oranges, apples would be wonderful. If you had squash, pomegranate. Today I'm just using what I had in the home. I also have a bowl of cake there. Bread would be very appropriate because we're using up the herbs and the flowers and the grains that we have planted, and this is the harvest season and we're preparing for the long winter. So you set your table up. You could have the favorite foods of your invited guests. Remember to leave out the salt because that is said to keep away the spirits. But if this is an ancestor feast, then you would of course have your favorite foods that your ancestors like. You would make sure your home is clean, wear special clothing, and you ring a bell to signify the opening of your ritual as your guests sit down. You charge the atmosphere. If you're working with any deities, this is a great time to call them down. If you're working with a particular spirit, you invite them in. You would sit at the table in silence the entire time. You can have photos up if you like as well. And you eat in silence, listening for messages from beyond. You would ring the bell again to signify the end of your ceremony. At this time, you could also go into divination with playing cards or a pendulum. Record all messages received during this time of the dumb supper. I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, share, like, watch, and comment below if you are setting up your first dumb supper and what traditions do you hold sacred and dear to your tradition. Thank you so much for watching. As always, Om Shrim Brizzy.